Steady go. Welcome to the Kevin Nutley Show. I'm your host, the Goldsmith. It is the third of July, 2024, and it is the day before the 4th of July. If you are in the States, I guess that's all time zones, I guess, at this point. And it is a part of the annual tradition here with Upland, where there is something that is done for the 4th of July, and we do see that here again, where we do have Freedom Fest kicking things off with a number of sales and contests along the way. So we'll get into all of those and what that brings along with it. It is a Wednesday, and I think it's going to be tradition. I think it's going to be every single Wednesday now where we have the community stream with Light It Up Dance. We did see that happen today. Again, the community stream focusing on Track Heroes. That happened earlier today. And then, of course, I guess an announcement wasn't to complete without a revision. So there's been a revision to the announcement. So we'll get into that revision as well. So we make sure we have all the right details for Freedom Fest and all the things that are going along with it. Before we get into all that, obviously, all views and opinions expressed by myself or mine and mine alone should be taken as game strategy or financial advice. They don't represent the game of the team of Upland. If I have any guests on, their opinions of theirs and theirs alone should be taken as game strategy, financial advice. Should be taken as the opinions of the game of Upland, the team of Upland, myself, the Goldsmith of the Cafe Nightly Show. With that, a couple things. Obviously, first and foremost, just a bit of housekeeping. Today is the 3rd of July. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. The 5th of July is Friday. Do I expect the team of Upland, especially the U.S. staff, to be as responsive if people are looking at things, or if we're talking about announcements, if announcements are coming out? Probably not. Realistically, the team of Upland, the U.S. staff, probably are going to be celebrating the 4th of July tomorrow and Friday. Probably not going to see as much staff availability. Nothing too surprising. We kind of see that around holidays quite a bit. I talked about early in the week that we might not see a lot of announcements as we continue into the end of the month, or not in the month, apologize, end of the week here with July 4th. Just because with the holiday tends to eat things up or eat up the staff availability anyways. They're out of town, not going to be available, all of those things. And then, of course, alongside that, we do have some holidays that have these promotions and these gamifications and these sales along with them. And we did have just that. So with Freedom Fest, we have some sales. We have some other bits and pieces. Let's take a quick look. And along with the announcement, we're going to see some time frames and get into the game and look at the countdown and make sure you register for the sales, because there's some sales to be registered for. There's a couple things to be ready for. So we'll get that up and shared. Again, this is Freedom Fest. If we look back at my Block Explorers from last year, we had a Block Explorer, Freedom Fest Block Explorer last year. We've done this before. We'll do this again, I'm sure. It's one of those calendars on the map without having to call it the 4th of July. It's called Freedom Fest. It's more international that way, but obviously it's for the 4th of July every year here, celebrating Independence Day here in the United States. Freedom Fest 2024, Block Explorers, map assets, and racing prizes. Again, a couple sales. We got some racing going on, some racing events. So there's a little bit of a full event around this done over a short period of time. This year, we're rolling out some fantastic Block Explorers to pick up, some great map assets to collect, and launching an exciting racing tier in a brand new Track Hero Racing course. Ooh-wee. That's not car racing, folks. That's racing. That's running. So look at this. We have an event that is centered around the new Track Hero event in Upland, a Track Hero gamification in Upland, hosted in the Lusail Stadium, a partnership between Upland and Abdullah 86SA as part of what monuments can be and are. The idea that they have an inbuilt gamified experience. In the case of the Lusail Stadium, that's an inbuilt experience, but it is a social space as well. So it's kind of interesting to see the integration of the game inside of a social space, a broad open social space. And it is your opportunity to get in with some competition and some prizes along the way. The sales are ready to roll out Thursday, the 4th of July at 9 a.m. PT. All right, I'm going to put my hands up and say it. I've set it for Thanksgiving, and I think we've done some weird stuff around Christmas in the past for sales. Usually not Christmas, but around Easter for sure on Easter, on Thanksgiving. These sales, the timing of these sales are not so good. They get me in trouble. I'm sitting there trying to buy my thing during the time that you're supposed to be buying, and the time you're supposed to be buying falls at noontime for me, which is mealtime on holidays. I mean, it is what it is. I get it. I mean, the sale the day before the holiday, I don't know, gives more hours to have the Block Explorer up if you want to celebrate the holiday with your Block Explorer. I don't know if there needs to be a solution. Again, there's all these other time zones that's not an issue for. But if you're on the East Coast, you're going to see the sale at 9 a.m. PT taking place at noon Eastern. That's a hard sell to grandma when you are watching her, do whatever she's doing. In this case, probably out there on the grill. And she's getting ready, and you're supposed to be getting ready to get down at a table, and you're just trying to play on your phone, and maybe 2 minutes and 40 seconds is your time to hit the button, and you get stares at you as you try to do so. The sales going to happen at 9 a.m. PT tomorrow with registration open now. And the racing is going to be open from the same time, 9 a.m. PT tomorrow, with winners announced on Monday the 8th of July. So it looks like we have a little bit of runtime here. We'll get into the specific details. For full details, check the link here. Read everything on the Medium article. Again, Medium article is where the announcements are currently showing up in their fullest form. Oh, do I want to get... No, I don't. Medium, no. Get out of my way. Freedom Fest 2024. Epic prizes, exclusive Block Explorers, and high-stakes racing await you. High-stakes racing on your feet and not on your car. And the one thing I'll say about high-stakes racing on your feet, guess what? You don't have to own a car to take part in this racing. People talked about cars as being a gate, and they are. You have to own a certain car to be in part of a certain race. You don't have to have special feet to be part of racing at Lucille Stadium. So let's get into that. Edit. The Freedom Run contest has been updated to require a minimum of 3 racers. You can't just race against yourself. You can't just have 2 people try to pair up and race against each other. You're going to have at least 3 people who are going to race at the same race at the same time in order for it to count towards the event. That's an easy update. It's that time of year again, and the July 4th Freedom Fest celebrations are in full swing. Get ready for an action-packed weekend with fun activities. It's Thursday. Long weekend. With fun activities, opportunities to win Freedom Flyer cards. And the chance to collect some patriotic Block Explorers and map assets. Lights and Bites Block Explorers. Lights and Bites, like the theme. Kick off your Freedom Fest with our special Lights and Bites Block Explorers limited edition offer, which includes 30,000 Upex and one of three exclusive Liberty Lights and Bites Block Explorers. Nothing says celebrate freedom like these explosive Block Explorers. Lights, bites, and explosions. Let's take a look at what we're actually talking about. Here's the Upland Barbecue. There's 125 of these available. There's 125 of the Pyro Party. There's 125 of the Grill Guru. Separate queues? I don't know. We'll see. I think there are. And registration started today already, the 3rd of July, 9 a.m. PT. Sales tomorrow, Thursday, July 4th at 9 a.m. PT. Sale price is $30. Total quantities is $375. Due to technical issues, the sale is available exclusively on the web and Android platforms and will not be available on iOS. I'm sorry to all you Apple users. Pays to PC, guys. It pays to PC. Of course, you have the opportunity of getting in and doing browser-based. I believe you can get around and do browser-based, web-based, even if you have an Apple device. You just can't use the iOS app. We've had these technical issues before where it's hard to push into the iOS apps. There are some requirements and there can be some delays and updates being pushed in iOS as opposed to Android and web. And we can see Android and web are off the first versions of new editions that get pushed out for that reason. Next, we have a special UPX only map asset sale. Wow! No sweetener sale. Those blocking sports, we're talking about doing a sweetener sale. You get the UPX, you pay the USD, you get the prize. Right, $30 gets you 30,000 UPX. You also get a blocking sport. That's called a sweetener sale. We've been doing these for a while, but we have a UPX only sale. Thank you, Upland. I keep saying it. They keep tricking them in every once in a while. We had a period of time, about 3 months, where it felt like Upland had given up on the idea of letting us use our UPX to do anything other than mint properties or buy in the secondary, of course. But then Upland comes back and we have some USD, some UPX sales, and being a little selective about what is an UPX sale, what is a USD sale. Fine, Upland, we need to make the money for the Upland. The money needs to go to the Upland. And the sale, the proposition, the what are you buying with what dollars, that needs to be looked at Upland, and that needs to be done well. I think that the potential is definitely there to set a USD sale, one type of asset, a higher likelihood of hitting a better quality asset. If you have a random pack hit, maybe you have some lower possibilities of getting the great stuff in the UPX side than on the USD side. It's like the super special pack. I think those opportunities are really there, and they just need to be used well. And I think Upland has everything they need to do it. But these UPX only sales, they give me the opportunity to use that UPX that I get in earnings, the UPX that I earn by selling things into UPX, because I still do that a lot. I'm not selling into USD. And the UPX that ultimately is the native currency or the native token inside of Upland that we have kind of found the game around. So it is good to have these sales. Adorn your properties with these shining symbols of freedom and showcase your festive spirit. Again, there are going to be 2 out of the 3 models of the map asset, again, featuring the Freedom Stars, offering 2 out of the 3 models of the star map assets. Okay, let's take a look. So we have the American flag, 300 of those available, 300 of the starlets, 300 of the U.S. star. Registration is going to be on Monday. No, it's Wednesday. Sorry. Wednesday the 3rd. It's already kicked off today, 9 a.m. PT. I don't know where Monday's coming from. I think that was a closure of another event. The sales will go on Thursday the 4th of July. That's tomorrow. That is Freedom Fest Day if you listen to Upland. 9 a.m. PT, 8,000 UPX for those bundles. That's not a bad price. Again, these UPX sales, they tend to go pretty fast. I make more than 8,000 UPX a day right now in dividends. It's pretty easy for me to justify that purchase. I don't do anything, for a couple weeks. I've got a big pile of UPX that I'm either going to save for the next minting. I have something really cool from a UGC content creator that I decide to buy, or this type of sale comes up and I spend it on that. And that is one way to get UPX out of my pocket, Upland, and have me stop saving for Paris, which I've been saving for, and spend it on something different. Again, the Freedom Run here, they got 450 of those bundles available. The Freedom Run, again, you get 2, but before I go to Freedom Run, sorry, you get 2 out of these 3 as part of your bundle. You don't know what you're going to get. 300, 300, 300. Again, you get 2 out of these 3 models randomized on the purchase. 450 total bundles, 8,000 UPX each. The Freedom Run, finally gear up for the Freedom Run race. This high stakes contest, we'll get into the language here. In Track Hero offers players the chance to win a coveted Freedom Flyer cart. Here's how it works. Starting Thursday the 4th of July at 9 a.m. PT, running till Monday. That was the Monday I was looking for. Monday, July 8th at 9 a.m. PT. Players can participate in a staked race of at least 3 players for a minimum of 1,000 UPX. Is 1,000 UPX high stakes? I don't think so if we look at what the kart racing has been in the past, but Upland definitely understand the idea of high stakes is exciting and it's got a double meaning, but 1,000 UPX might not be that high stakes. But it is an introduction to having people choosing to stake racing in Lusail Stadium. 1,000 UPX per race. You have a decent prize for the first race. If you have enough people in it, the second place, it might be getting a little bit of a prize here along the way, maybe making more than they had put in. But ultimately, race to first is usually the way these races are happening in Upland or are done in Upland because they are going to prioritize the first place as the largest prize winner. Compete to get on the top of the leaderboard and winning amazing prizes. Again, you're still going to get your share of the stake just by participating if you get first place. The top 25 on the leaderboard will win a Freedom Flyer cart with additional UPX prizes for the top 10. First prize gets 100,000 UPX and a Freedom Flyer cart. Second is 50,000 and a Freedom Flyer. Third is 25,000 and a Freedom Flyer. 4th through 10th get 10,000 and a Freedom Flyer. And then 11th through 25th, they get a Freedom Flyer, no other UPX value. Look at these things. They're something. They're carts. They're carts made by Upland. It's always nice to have the official, but I love the UGC carts. I love the variety that we've been seeing. I love the detail and the care some people have put into making those carts something special. And Upland made some carts, so they could be yours. They could be yours if you're in the top 25. Only the top 10 will appear on the in-game leaderboard in the Lucille Stadium, but the top 25 will be announced on Monday. Here's the prize split for each staked race. Remember I said, first place is getting the lion's share of those prizes. Each staked race for this event based on the number of racers. 3+ racers, 70% goes to first, 20 second, 10 third. So 10% of that pot is going to be less, no matter how many racers are there, than everybody put in. If there is 6 racers, 20% of the pot of 6 racers, do the math, is going to be just over what the buy-in was, the stake was. So second place can make profit, not always, but may profit if it's a full race. And then 70 is always going to be a profit. It's always going to be a profit if you have 3 or more. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Take it that way. Jump into Track Hero, stake your UPX, show off your racing skills for a chance to win big. Enjoy the festivities. Good luck to all participants, and may the best racers come out on top. Enjoy the long weekend, and happy Freedom Fest. Good to see you, Blue. Hi, Cheese. Hi, Cheese. So this is one that is incorporating, is being part of, is making a holiday more than one event at once. We've had these sales for Easter, which is just a sale. Mother's Day is just a sale. Father's Day is just a sale. Couple sales here and an event that's going to last a week. Not a lot of lead up for this. Ta-da! Tomorrow's the race. We're going to start the race on the holiday, which a lot of people are busy doing this, that, the other thing, barbecues out in the community, events, parades in a lot of places. Lots going on. But it runs for till the next Monday, so right through the long weekend. So you'll have time to participate. More than likely, you'll have that chance to get in and at least race a few times and see what it's like. If you haven't gotten into Track Hero yet, get into Track Hero. See what it's like. See if you like it. Race it without stakes if you choose to. Race it with 1,000 UPX stakes if that 1,000 UPX isn't a big deal to you. Race your very first race, 1,000 UPX. You lose 1,000 UPX. You paid 1,000 UPX to have the excitement of being part of that race. It's entirely up to you. A lot of people, just for whatever reason or for their own personal reasons, don't want to race staked races. Again, it's not going to be part of or earning you points for this event, but it's something you still could do. Still go and race. Still go find some friends and have some fun and see what the environment is like with or without a prize, with or without being on this leaderboard. But again, this is your opportunity to learn the game if you want to. This is your opportunity, if you're doing staked races anyways, to have an additional reward for doing so. And we got to look one more time. Registration Wednesday into Thursday for our sales for our map assets. Registration Wednesday into Thursday for the sale on our sweetener sale for our block explorers. Oh my gosh, these sales happening at exactly the same time. So keep that in mind. Let's go and take a look at Upland so we get a better feel of what this looks like in our for sale specials. Here we go. The 30,000 UPX and Liberty Lights and Bites. Here we go. $29.99. 375 of those available. 375. $29.99 there. The Star Map Assets. 8,000 UPX, 450 of those available. Sale starts in 12 hours, 56 minutes, 34 seconds. This is something that an hour ahead, if you go hour ahead, if we go and take a look at, we are going to see that flop open, or an hour ahead, right on. We'll see that flop open, and we'll see that we'll see those for sale and see that competitive sale begin. Obviously, if you can jump up in front to try to mint ahead, you are going to do or have a better chance of actually getting one. We always see these tend to sell out relatively quickly on that side. Let's get back here. Registration is open now. The registration is going to It's going to end an hour ahead. That's when you get those emails. Go check your emails. Are you first? Are you 50th? If you're 200th, 300th, 400th, you might want to make sure you're minting when you get the chance to do so. You don't, and you may not have the chance to buy in these sales if you're later in those lists. I don't know how many registrants we're going to have. I have seen a lot of these cases, a lot of these sales, people buy multiples if they get to that point. It's just one of those things that you have to be there and buy as soon as you can. Otherwise, if you wait 3 hours, 2 hours, an hour in some cases, and you come back and say, I'm going to buy now, they'll all be sold out. So keep that in mind. These are UPX sales right here on our map assets. So no USD out of your pocket. If you're sitting on 8,000 or more UPX, it is an opportunity for you to pick up some map assets, official map assets in Upland, and of course, all without opening up the wallet in USD. The sweetener sale, like we've seen in the past in that sweetener sale, it is actually a trifurcating. No, I was going to say bifurcating. It's a trifurcating sale. So there's one queue. Here's the one queue. $30. That's the one sale price. 375 available of 375. So 375 sales. And then you get one of the three. So that's not three queues. That's one queue. Three different potential sweeteners. You could get one way or the other depending on the random selection. And same thing with that star bundle. There's no choice here. You're gonna get 2 of 3 in the map assets. It's a random selection. I'm good with that. I'm happy. I like the bundles. People have their favorites. It's kind of fun that you don't end up with your favorite all the time because that helps justify the secondary market, which I am very glad to see get propped up by these sales. And we do see it. We did see it with the totem potions. We did see that there's a reason for people to go and buy in the secondary. So, I said it. I said the word totem potion. So we've got to do this. All right, totem potion. Yay, totem potion. 152 of 500 available for the evolution bundles. People have bought a few more of those. And then the potions bundle, the $8.99 bundle, there's still 445 out of 650 of those available. Still open. If you really want those, you can get them if you choose to do so. But the secondary market's always available for you. It's a great place. If you want to get something very specific, go take a look at the secondary market. This is going to be something that runs through the weekend as well. So continue to participate into next week. Again, you had a whole week to participate in these potion sales, purchase and burn sale. So keep that in mind and watch out and enjoy until next week. For tonight, we are going to do one more touch up and touch and go here. If we have 0 things happen tomorrow for the 4th of July for Freedom Fest, we probably don't need to have a show, but I will try to, and unless I'm setting up fireworks, which I don't think I'm going to do. Fireworks aren't my thing. We will probably be getting back together tomorrow, or at least having a recorded show to just go over what happened in the sale. Most likely it's going to be sell out pretty quick. And of course, if anything surprises us along the way, we can take a look and see that. But let's call it what it is. It's a holiday week. It is okay to have these slow holiday weeks. We have a couple exciting weeks coming up in the future, one of which I expect to have some tie-in or some event surrounding the events of the summer, which are the Olympics. It doesn't mean that Upland's going to get any sponsorship of the Olympics in any way, shape, or form. It does mean that I think when we have these big, massive events, even if Upland can't get an official, there's things that sneak in, like the Upland Games, or maybe there's a competition at about the same time, or something, some justification, some reason to have a codified and coalesced event around a major event that's happening elsewhere in the world, and very much so looking forward to Paris, which is coming up in the not so distant future, so far as we know. And so far as we know, totems are next month or about a month away. So for tonight, thank you so much for being here. Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. Get together here in the Upland Discord. Hey, also here, good to see you, Dopest Crew. Get together here on the Upland Discord, obviously on YouTube, on Twitter, and of course we're recorded, so it's an opportunity to catch up on the day's news as you look at that 24-hour cycle after we run the show. And theoretically, it's all new until the next day drops. Phone's about to die, not near a charger. Understand, Dopest Crew. We're done for the night anyways. Looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. And of course, if we do see anything interesting happen with these sales, I will have it 1% for Dopest Crew. Good night, Dopest Crew. Good night to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. If you're in the Upland Discord Cafe, feel free to unmute your mic. The floor is yours.